Hello, I'm Howie Shareff, and welcome to another show from You Call This Yoga, an educational nonprofit organization. We're enjoying an unusually beautiful and warm December, so the leaves are falling, plants are changing, and we're still in a short sleeve shirt. We're outside, so who knows what sounds will occur. Lots of crows flying by now. We'll develop some postures and also a breathing practice to help restore balance within our physical and internal body. I'd like to start by sitting or standing in mountain pose. I'll demonstrate seated and later apply standing alternatives. Consider noticing your feet. Hello, feet. See how far apart they are? I'd like to have 2 fists. That replicates the alignment of the legs coming out of the hip socket. So let's just notice, are the feet about 2 fists apart? And mine are for now. And also the knees. Good. Then let's place the elbows by our side, creating a vertical element of the upper arm. Good. And then you may notice that my hand rests near the middle of my thigh. I like to think of the knees kind of out of bounds, because if you were standing, you wouldn't have your hands down to your knees. At least not usually. So let's stand or sit with our body nice and tall, pressing down on the feet, and start to breathe through the nose slowly. See if you can draw the breath in with your lips together and also exhale out the nose. Try this several times just to get familiar with breathing and noticing any difference from one side to the other, left nostril, right nostril. Maybe you notice, maybe not. That's okay. Good. Couple more breaths. Good. Then to build greater balance, we'll build other awarenesses as we sit or stand. For example, I believe the inner thighs, if they draw inward without moving, can help stabilize the legs. So let's just practice inhaling and engaging the inner thighs and just squeeze them as if there was a little something between your legs that you were holding. You're not crushing it, you're just gently engaging them towards center. Good. Notice how that feels. It might feel foreign. Then the next thing I'll focus on is the buns. Buns are our secret weapon. You know where yours are? Good. Mine are over here. And when I inhale and draw my buns inward, a gentle squeezing, that gives me an extra little bit of lift. And then I'll exhale, I'll release it. So notice what happens when you inhale and engage them, hold it, and then finish the exhale and release it. That's fascinating. Why do you think that is? Well, when we engage our buns, it pulls our hips back a little bit at the bottom and brings the top of the hips forward, which I believe helps to position the spine more effectively. But if you're sitting on a chair or standing and slumping, then your hips tip forward from the bottom and you start to slump. And we live like this more than we really can tell. chairs, technology, cars, all add up to this issue. So let's come back and start to build on this by engaging the thighs inward and the buns. Good. Release as you finish the exhale. Now that we have that sense of awakening in the lower elements of the body, we can move up a little further. On the next inhale, see if you can engage the thighs. Pull the tail back, engage the buns, and bring your belly up and forward. No hands required. And then exhale, bring the belly back towards your spine, and then release. So we'll press an inhale, thighs and bun, tail back, belly up. Good, and release. You can put your hand on your belly and notice if it comes up or not. Or you can just leave the hand down and feel through your skin. Good. Do you feel the belly rounding and extending upward? For better balance, I believe that the front body should be extended upward and the back body draws downward. And that includes the elbows. So let's draw the elbows down, lengthen the spine upward. Beautiful. Pressing the feet, thighs, buns, belly. Exhale, release. Good. You may notice a little bit of ripple from front to back. We're going to add on to this by engaging the shoulder blades and lifting the chest. So on the inhale, press the feet, engage the thighs, bun two, belly up, draw the shoulder blades down and back. How's that feel? Exhale, release. Yeah, that's a whole different area. But when you draw the shoulder blades downward, it invites the ribs in front to lift upward. And that allows more room for the belly and a nice full breath. Good. Couple more. Then we can draw the elbows back to accentuate it. Though it's not a back bend in its formal sense, but it might feel like one. Good. One more. Stay tall and slowly exhale. Beautiful. Finish and rest. That could be plenty for you. So just take a moment to settle. Notice if you shifted your feet, do any adjustments in your body, and then we'll continue and warm up the arms a bit. It's not that complicated though. We're going to, on the inhale, lift one shoulder up and roll it back and down. Continue that a few times. Up on the inhale, back and down on the exhale. So gentle rolling. When you breathe, see if you can breathe into the lungs with the lips together. The shoulder is not necessary to facilitate the breathing. One more. Good. Finish and rest. Then we'll do the other side. And you may notice a difference just in the range of motion of moving the shoulder around. Are you still sitting up tall? Good. Couple more. Wonderful. Finish and rest. Then for balance, we'll roll both arms forward on the exhale. Inhale it up. Exhale, roll, rest. Couple more. Keeping your elbows by your side. Good. Settle and rest. When we are standing or seated, the feet are what engage the floor for most of us. Sometimes we'll compensate if our legs are long or the chairs are short and have a little spread of the knees, turning the feet open towards each other. Some people may alternate and do something like a giraffe. Some people may cross their legs. So there's a whole dance that goes on. However, when we're standing and in balance or seated, we're engaging our feet firmly downward. What I'd like to do is just practice walking. And some of that could be just lifting the heels initially and breathing. Let's try that. Just go slowly. Notice any tension in your calves or your feet. So we're breathing, just lifting the heels at first. Good. One more on each side. Now, of course, we don't walk on our toes. So if you'll slide forward on the chair, have your feet under your knees, I'd like you to lift the front of the feet and exhale, roll through, and then lift the heels. Good. Lift in the front, draw the foot down, and lift the heels. So it's a little more complex. Lift toes, exhale, lift heels. Inhale, toes up, exhale, heels up. Good. Keep it going, a couple more. Lovely. Finish and rest. Good. Now in the middle are the hips. The hips are the stabilizer for our spine. So I'm going to start to be standing in some of the poses or seated. I'll demonstrate first seated. We're going to do just some circles of the knee, trying to warm up the hip socket. So I'll turn sideways at first. Keep your bun on the chair, at least the one towards the inside. Let the other leg drape outside. Use the chair or your legs for support. On the inhale, just lift the outside leg. If you're standing, you can use either leg. Use the chair for support and just sweep the knee slowly with your breath. Beautiful. Do a few more this way, and when you're done, reverse, and I'll demonstrate standing. Make sure your chair is stable. I like to use the outside leg for balance, so I'll use the inside leg. Just be mindful of kicking the chair. I'm still trying to keep my elbow by my side. Good. Then reverse if you haven't already. Notice how this side is feeling. Good. Come on back and rest. Shake it out a little. Coming back to seated. For those that are seated, just swivel around on the chair. Make sure the front leg is stable. Foot under the knee. This is a little different than the standing folks who use the inside leg. And then just notice what happens when you try to swivel this hip. Mine's a little tighter on this side. How's yours? Keep breathing and sitting up. Lovely. And then reverse. And I sense that those that are standing, you may have reversed your chair. So that means if your chair was on your right side, that you'll take it and put it on your left and then go from here. So keep swirling slowly and reversing. Sweet. Let's come back to seated. The next demonstration. In warming up the hips further, we'll do a variety of the Blazing Saddles trio. You'll see what I mean. Turning on the chair, letting the leg drop. I'm going to turn my chair a little more. Now I'm ready to begin with my feet under my knees. On the inhale, I'm going to sit up tall. And on the exhale, I'm going to lift the knee. Then on the inhale, I'll lower it and straighten it out. Then on the exhale, I'll lift it. And on the inhale, I'll lower it and then go out to the side, and then return. Inhale up, exhale close, inhale straighten, exhale lift, inhale lower, exhale out just a smidge, bring it back, exhale in. For standing people, on the inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring the knee in. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, lift. Don't lean back. Inhale, lower. Exhale, out towards the chair. Stay tall. Inhale, back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, out to the side. Good. Continue that. Couple more. Good. How are you seated folks doing? Great. Bring it back. One more. Finish and rest. Good. Guess what? We're going to go to the other side. So I'm going to return the chair. Ground's a little irregular. Hopefully your floor is not. You'll turn sideways. Make sure at least half of you is on the chair, using the arms or your thighs or the seat. Sit up tall. Extend on the inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, back. Knee in. Extend. Lift. Open. Out. Good. Continue that. And then for standing folks, come up nice and tall on the inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Back to neutral. Exhale, out to the side. Good. Try that several more times. Good. Do you notice the strength or challenge on the standing leg? Keep breathing. Stay up tall. One more. Lovely. Finish and rest. Beautiful. We'll come back to seated. In building Warrior 1, it's a heart-opening mini back bend. We'll also have the arm extended upward. I'll turn sideways and show you what I mean. I'm going to lower the outside knee, still sitting up tall. I'll have a hand on the chair at least for stability. Good. Then on the inhale, I'm just going to extend the spine and just press this foot of this outside leg down. Notice the toes may be curled under. And just breathe. That's just starting to get the stretch here. Good. Stay here for another breath or two. Wonderful. If you're standing, you're just standing with the leg drawn back, the toes turned slightly under, and you're standing up tall. Good. That could be sufficient for plenty. Then come back and shake it out. Continuing standing, I'm going to say that you stand and then you turn that foot closest to the chair slightly away and have some space between your legs, just like the chair has space between the legs. Some people may learn this a little differently from other schools of thought. Then on the inhale, I'm going to draw the outside arm up, and on the exhale, just hinge the front knee and lunge forward, holding the chair for support. Then I'm going to look at the knee and see if it's past the ankle, and if it is, I'm going to come up and extend that front foot forward more so that when I come into the lunge, I have good balance with my limbs. My knee is over my ankle. Beautiful. For those seated, I have my knee drawn down, my toes turned under. It's different seated because of the height issues here with our legs. However, what I'd like you to do is to see if you could extend that foot back just a little bit more. Good. Then on the inhale, I'm going to lift the outside arm and breathe. I'm pressing that inside leg down, lifting the heart and breathing. Pressing those back toes down firmly. If I'm comfortable and safe, I can lift the other arm and breathe. Beautiful. Try that a couple times, opening and closing the knees, coming back and resting. Returning to standing, I'll review. Inhale up, exhale, slight lunge, stay tall. Then if you feel safe, you can come up to one fingertip on the supportive hand. Keep the elbow down, keep your shoulder blades down and together. Then if you're comfortable, you can lift it up and breathe. Good. Stay near your chair. Any doubt, hold the chair. Beautiful. Lift the back foot, step it forward. Then let's go to the other side. I'll stay standing for this. Now that we know that there's a need to have spacing between the feet, front to back and side to side, and this is good to notice when you're just standing around how you stand. Spacing, back foot turned out, inhale, outside arm up, hold the chair, exhale, gentle bending of the front knee, a lunge forward. Yes, press that back foot downward, keep breathing. Good. If you're comfortable, raise the other arm. Stay steady. For those that are seated, I'm going to turn the chair the other way. That's different. Good. Then I'm going to sit up. I'm going to extend that back leg. I'm going to get my arm for stability on the chair. On the inhale, I'm going to lift my chest and stabilize. Good. Then, on the next inhale, I'm going to lift the arm and breathe, pressing strongly through that back leg, engaging my buns a little bit and inner thighs. And then if I'm comfortable, I can come up here, keep pressing that back leg and front leg downward. One more breath. Beautiful. Keep relaxing as you exhale. Shift as you need for safety and stability. Let's go back to another pose. Warrior 3 is a little more complex because we might be standing on one leg. We'll see how that goes. Let's develop it first. I'm going to turn sideways on the chair. I'm going to sit up tall. Good. I'm going to let the outside arm dangle. What I'll look to do is extend that back leg further back. Sit up tall. Then I'm going to just attempt to lift that back foot. Hold the chair, press it downward. Good. And lower. That could be plenty. Good. Don't tip over. Lean in towards the chair. Good. Just lifting the back leg could be plenty, if at all. Think of the intention. Pressing the front leg down, lifting the back leg. Build some leg strength. Then consider raising the front arm just a heart height, or maybe a tad more. Lifting the spine on the inhale, lifting the back heel, and bringing your heart forward but keeping your head up. Good. That could be plenty. Good. One more breath. Come on down and rest. How would that be for standing folks? Let's explore. Standing up tall. Beautiful. Come forward a little bit, but stay centered with the chair. Then let's bring the inside leg back, resting on the big toe. That could be plenty. Inhale. You can bring the arm up or not, and bring the foot up and breathe. Beautiful. That could be plenty. Then, on the next exhale, you can hinge at the hips, lift the back heel, keep the heart up and breathe. Beautiful. Are you holding the chair still? Keeping the elbow in towards your ribs. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale it up. Come on back. Shake it out. I'll stay standing. For folks that are seated, swivel on the chair and come to face the other side like we did for Warrior One. Come up nice and tall. Bring the back toe under the foot, so you're resting on the toe tip. You can bring the arm up to heart height. Keep breathing. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, you can hinge at the hips, raise the heel, and keep the chest up as you tip forward, hinging at the hips. Keep your elbow in. Keep breathing. One more breath here. Lovely. Come on back. Take a break. You can repeat while I demonstrate for seated folks. Ready? Sit up tall. Hand for stability. Lean in just a tiny bit. Good. Let's just practice raising the heel. That could be plenty. Transferring some of the weight onto the other leg. Keep up tall. And lift the arm. And a gentle hinge forward at the hips. Good. Keep breathing. One more breath. Lovely. Come on back. Shake it out. Then we'll come back to center. How did that feel? So hopefully you're feeling that you've engaged your legs and you know how to sit up or stand up taller and cleanse your breath. So for now, we'll be closing. I'll invite you to visit our website, youcallthisyoga.org, as well as our YouTube channel, You Call This Yoga, and Howie 1055. I look forward to being again with you soon. Namaste.